Hi everyone, this is Yasser, aka Penguin, and I have Steve with me. Steve, want to do a quick introduction?
Hi, this is Steve slash I Heard Nerves.
And here we have the San North Startup Tournament um, in Berkeley, California, in Victory Point Cafe on June 6th. And this is round one. We have Tak, who is playing Loup, and we have Jinksey playing Poétrï.
So yeah, so what do you think about this matchup?
I mean, Loup is a very good runner in startup, maybe one of the more complete runners. You get most of your good cards in Anarch. So, put down your breakers, put down your hardware or leeches that will bring down the strength, and you're pretty much good to go. How about you? What do you think Poetry is trying to do in startup?
Yeah, I guess we're gonna see a lot of installables from Poetry. So Lou has an edge there. And I think Lou probably is running like Buzzsaw Tungsten. And I
Yeah,
think we'll see a lot of
Buzzsaw
force.
Tungsten is already good enough in standard, so I can only imagine how good it is in startup, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm interested to see how Jinxie protects the assets.
All right, so we started the game. Mandatory draw from Jinxey, ice on the remote, install in the remote, and a naked remote. Just standard Poetry asset spamming.
Yeah. So both players kept their hand, right? I think.
It looks like it, yeah.
Okay, good.
All right, here we see
That's sure
Tax
gamble.
starting with a sure gamble. Yep. And being aggressive. There we go. We see what was it? A gatekeeper. Does put down Jinxey to 2 credits. So being aggressive is helping out Tack with keeping Jinxie's money low. We do see
Yeah,
another installable.
yeah, I like the face check.
2 more clicks
Kind of makes it hard for
for
Jinxie to res a lot of the assets that
absolutely.
probably wants to res.
If one of them is a humanoid, though, that would be a great tempo for a boost for
Oh,
Jinxie.
yeah, that's a good call.
We've got 2 more clicks on Tack's side. We'll see if he'll install a few cards here just to set up for the late game. Nope, just going to the naked remote. That's a
So that's
spin
like a
doctor.
spin doctor.
And Tack trashes it here, gaining losability. I was going to say, I don't know if you would trash it, but you probably want to use losability here. So then end the
Yeah, I
turn
think
with a
so.
fermenter.
Okay, it's an auto campaign.
Yep.
Nice. So
Yeah, I think, in startup, we'll expect to see auto campaigns, Nico campaigns, just your good money generating cards.
yeah, and that sort of forces Tap to find an answer within a couple turns, or
All
once you
right.
finish with a bunch of clicks.
Got a new remote, a new ice on the remote, and a credit. So Jinxie's up on 3 credits now. Got tack, draw, turn, click 1. All right. I always forget the name of it. What is it? Special delivery? No, side hustle. Side hustle.
Side hustle, yeah.
Yep. Run a lot, get a lot of money out of it.
Into a clean getaway. Really nice.
Yep. I assume this is
And
gonna
where are we
go
going?
HQ maybe.
Yep, looks like we're checking HQ.
There we go. See a card and public access plaza. I think you get rid of it here while you can. Yeah,
Yeah, before you have to take a tag, I guess, and we're
exactly.
loose, so
And that puts a credit on side hustle. And just letting go of the new
draw.
remote. Okay, it's a second public access. Would have been bad with a humanoid, but this is not the worst.
Mm-hmm.
Right, we have Jinxie with the mandatory draw. I wonder what that unresed remote is.
Yeah.
Could be another spin.
I wonder if Jinxie's on like a flood the market kind of deck.
Yeah, that's a good point. here we see Jinksey icing up that naked remote, so that could be the case for sure, yeah. And just credit up to 7 credits. Right, we've got tech. I can't see how many counters on the fermenter at this point. I think it's 3. Oh, we
I
see a
think it
penny
should be two.
shaver.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
Penny
mean,
Shaver was a really good console in this matchup.
and a Docklands pass. Yeah,
Ooh,
with the side hustle, you're just generating a lot of money from your runs. And
it's
we're
gonna
gonna
see the
see.
whole hand.
Yep.
Another, and
All right,
there's
we see an
agenda.
agenda, and I guess
Full and full mystery card.
there we go. And we're on threat now, so they might stick around for some time.
I guess this is one way to neutralize the auto threat. Just empty their hand and
Yeah, it's always actually a good idea to instead of if you can't get to the auto itself, just go to HQ and make sure they can't score out of that auto, so it just becomes value.
mhm.
All right, we're back to Jinxie. We'll see that public access res. 2 credits from public access, 2 more credits from auto, and 5 clicks for the turn. And we know that Jinxie doesn't have an agenda because uh, he had no cards in HQ, and I think he didn't draw into an agenda. We saw that card Tac just ran R&D.
Mhm.
So what do you do here as Jinxie? Do you just spam the table and
Yeah, well, I guess you have to draw up, right? You need to find options.
yeah,
But
yeah? I think that remote is not a spin doctor. I think I would at this point I would have rested just to get those cards in hand.
mhm.
All right, so we saw 2 draws. Icing the second public access and putting another card behind that gatekeeper. Um, can't. I think that's a hedge fund.
Yeah. Okay, so empty-handed again.
Yep. But we do have 4 remotes that are iced, so I could see this being a flood the market deck for sure.
Hmm.
Right, we've got Tag Fermenter sitting on 4 counters. Um, Fermenter, I mean, even in standard, Fermenter is great right now, but I think in startup, it's really hard to justify taking a full turn to purge. And
Oh
with,
yeah, for
with the
sure.
lack of Movirus, you're really just relying on fly swatter and a huge tempo loss. Oh, we see a jailbreak.
Nice.
All right, 2 cards from R&D and drawing a card. And that's Amelius. Pack will spend a click on 5 points. We'll see a second one. Spin Doctor.
Another spin doctor.
Trashes it. And again, I don't know if you would trash from R&D usually, but with Lou's ability, and I don't think you would run any of the remotes, you probably want to trigger that.
Yeah. And you can go back for a fresh access.
That's true.
That's what TAC wants to do.
Although,
Like TAC's on 1 credit, like nominally, but there's a lot of money. Like TAC
yes,
is in a pretty good economic position, like a lot more than his credit total indicates.
absolutely. The
A
side
lot of
hustle
money
is about to
sitting.
pop. Penny Shaver has some credits, and Fermentor's on 4. Yeah, I think he opted not to run. I think if you see Amelius, you'll kick yourself on last click. All right, we see a Nico-Res behind the Gatekeeper, so that's a net 1 credit. I think one of the few um, econ assets that nets you a economy on its first
Yeah.
action, so pretty good card.
So Jinxie's got a lot of money, but no cards. So I'm just gonna draw back up, I guess.
All right, just a draw turn, not much happening there. All right, we see a clean getaway.
Yeah, just relentless from tots, pounding centrals.
And side hustle pops, and we're going to get 6 more credits soon. See 2 cards from Docklands. Top-down solution. And a sure gamble. And top-down solution, pay 2, draw 2, install 2. Great tempo card, great card for this game plan if we think this is on a flood the market.
Yeah, that'll let you score a melee. They have a flood market.
Yeah.
Yeah, from this board state.
And, speaking of tax econ, I think they started the turn with 1 or 2 credits.
Yep. And the fermenter's still ticking, so.
And the fermenter's still ticking, yeah. Right, running
And with
R&D for a
open
single.
centrals, yeah.
That's a Nico campaign. And again, not generally a fan of trashing from R&D, but in this case, moves you forward and, triggering losability, gain a credit, draw a card. And with the final click, see if we'll install something here.
Having a good think about the last click.
There we
Okay,
go.
Rising Tide coming down.
Surprisingly, our first icebreaker of the game.
So what barriers are we expecting? This bronze, I guess, right?
Yeah, and I don't think we've seen. Oh, I just noticed that there's a take a dive in tax bin.
That just hit the bin. Nice.
Yep. Right. So top down from Jinksey, pay 2, draw 2, install 2.
We might see a score here.
Yeah. Especially if that remote that's been there for all this time is actually a synchro now that I think about it. Ooh, a second
Oh,
top down. Okay.
second.
I mean, Jinxie's on a lot of credits, on 18 credits, so top down is really a good way to convert those. Okay, we see 2 uniced remotes and a
Okay.
third top down solution. Oh my god. And the third naked remote and icing it.
Okay. Not opting to not protect centrals.
Yeah, this is a very risky game, considering that the runner is on 5 points, right? A single R&D axis can just win the game right here, unless if there are 1 pointers in the deck, which I guess in startup you have aggressive trend setting.
Oh yeah, true.
All right,
I
so
think Jinxie probably jammed an agenda behind one of these.
I would think so, especially if you haven't seen any of the other icebreakers. Maybe you're betting that Tack doesn't have a decoder in hand,
Mm-hmm.
and you can put it behind a scatter field or a sleep near possibly. Okay, so Tack
Yeah.
is just checking the naked remotes. Regolith, I think at this point, yeah, Jinxie has enough credits. I don't think he'll be clicking that anytime soon.
Mm-hmm.
Second click,
Okay,
jailbreaking.
and a pound centrals, yeah.
Yep. I think you go R&D here probably. Yeah. All right. First one has a trashable. Can't tell what it is. It's an auto.
Auto campaign.
And the Nico campaign.
And
Trash that. Interesting that Tech opted to trash both. We'll see.
maybe he'll go back for a fresh access.
We have 2 more clicks, so very possible. Okay, just puts down the
Echelon
echelon.
coming down.
I think what
I don't think Drafter's in the format.
yeah,
So what are we
Drafter's not in
worried about
format,
there?
so I think Boomy is the Sentry from HB in startup format. But he can click through Boomy, so not the worst.
Hmm.
All right, one more click. Just draws a card.
Okay, just gonna draw up.
Okay. and gets rid of a... Oh, I forgot that name of that card. Something Riot. This is what happens when you play Startup. You start playing cards you don't usually see in Standards. I think Rent
It's
Riders?
Ren Fighters. That's what it's called. I just
Let's
remembered.
go.
Yeah.
All right,
Great job on the stick.
we have a bunch of triggers for Jinxey, starting with the Nico campaign, getting 3 credits, drawing a card. Oh, and then already took the 2 credits for public access, and that was the mandatory. All right, well, we see a score here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 currently. Wait, sorry, 5 servers with ice on them.
Mm-hmm.
And then the scatter field that we can easily put something to go up to 6, but I don't think we're necessarily need that.
Yeah, I imagine we'll see something getting scored. Oh!
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
wow! The disrespect of this table.
Wait.
This
Oh,
table
yeah, it
agenda.
is legal. Oh, wow. I really forgot that Luminal is legal in Startup.
Really bold play.
Yeah.
Paid off though. So
Wow.
Jinx is gonna take a second turn. And fire the Poétrï ability.
That's true. And if Jinxie can find a humanoid, can actually pop the humanoid.
Oh wow. That's a combo.
Yeah. Wonder what that tells you about the ice that's already on the table. Do you think Jinxie just wasn't confident that the ice would hold up?
I don't know. I think Jinxie just kind of read that Talk wouldn't check a naked remote, which Talk did check one of them, so
It was a 50-50, so sometimes it just works out for you. All right, we're just going for installs and a hedge fund. Jinxie's on a healthy 22 credits, and Tack is on a healthy 6 and 7 virus counters on the leech. So neither of the players are really hurting for money.
Mhm.
It's just about finding the agendas at this point. And Jinxie put an ice on R&D, which I guess indicates where the agendas are right now.
Yeah. There's a lot of face downs on the board, face down assets on the board.
Yeah, and a lot of them
Mm.
have been around for a couple of turns, which makes me wonder what those actually are. All right, we saw Tack take 2 card draws for his 2 clicks, for his first 2 clicks. Finally popping that
Yeah,
fermenter
fermenter
for
getting popped.
14 credits. That's good enough econ for the rest of the game. And we still have the penny shaver if we need more.
Maybe some of these face downs are actually agendas. They're probably safer in here than in an open HQ with Docklands
That's
on the
true.
other side.
That's true. Okay, and the second fermenter coming in, so still banking on this game going for some time. To be fair, Jinx is on 2 points, so it's not truly late game. But Tack is on 5, so possibly on the winning agenda.
Yeah.
All right, no reses. We'll see if there's an agenda score here.
I think we just might be looking for a flood the market to show up. Oh, and it looks like
There we
one
go.
finally did.
We'll probably see the flood the market. There we go. And will that be a Melius score? 7, more than enough. And yep, in fact, it is Amelia's score, getting a credit, a click back, excuse me, triggering Poétrï ability of seeing the top 3 cards and installing a non-agenda card.
Oh, it has to be a non-agenda.
Correct. And Jinxie installs a card behind the scatter field. Interestingly enough, Jinxie does have 2 more clicks, so if he has it, he can play a second Flood the Market. Although judging by the hesitation, I don't think it's there.
Yeah, I don't think that's the case. Yeah. Yeah, but curious to see what Jinxie does with the other two clicks.
Yep. And now we have Jinxie on game point as well. So draw.
Um,
Is that we'll see what happens with that.
I think he realized
Oh,
it's only
there
the
we
first
go.
time.
Yes, yes. I believe he was one
Okay.
click
Yeah.
short. That is brutal.
Okay.
Yeah, sometimes these things happen, you know. You forget card text.
Yeah, it's a little unfortunate.
You get in your head in the game. You know, especially I know it's a casual tournament, but I feel like every tournament is you just have some of that jitters. So,
Hmm.
you know, no new information there. So just took it back and I believe just gained the credit or installed the card there.
But now Tak knows one of these are agendas, and he has to go get them.
Unfortunately, yes.
Uh,
You know, these things happen and just take it and you know, make the best of it. I mean, you know, it's still a 1 in 4 chance, so we'll see what happens there. And Tack
oh, nice.
immediately recognizing that the flood is there and getting rid of it with the Gourmand.
Nice play.
All right. In auto res. Go. Lots of money coming in even before the turn even starts. Mandatory draw. All right. Well, we see the win here.
Oh, but it is just a 2-3.
Oh, but it's
Oh,
the
one
it's
three.
an aggressive
Oh,
trend setting. Okay.
nice. Gonna fire Poetry.
And aggressive trend setting is a 3/1 that says the first card the runner trashes on their turn, they must either lose a click or give the corp an extra click the next turn. So, you know, very favorable in this asset spam matchup. Really
Yeah.
slows you down. Probably would have loved to see it a little bit earlier than this. I don't think Tack was going to trash as many things right now, but you'll take it.
Hmm.
If you're Tack here, are you trying to sniff out the remotes or are you just hitting centrals?
Yeah, just because these cards have been on the table for so long without getting res, I think you have to check them.
Yeah. You know, unless it's
Corpse has res. I mean, Corpse like at game point.
yeah, unless you believe there's a Melius on the table, and because if there was an Ingotin or a 3/2 on the table, you would, you know, absolutely think that Jinxie would just score that instead.
Yeah.
And we see a second synchro, and I totally forget the name of that ice that we got from Vantage Point.
Let's see. It's called Vertigo.
Vertigo. All right, check the naked remote. We already knew that one, I think.
Yeah, but so that's another element to the asset spam games, right? Like,
Yeah,
your opponent sometimes forgets what they checked or didn't check, and
yeah.
it's another mental tax. Yeah.
Right. And just as an FYI, you're completely allowed to take notes. You're allowed to even place a marker on your opponent's cards if that helps you with, you know, remembering the cards that are on the table.
Hmm.
All right, one more click. And there we see it. This is the Anarch Startup Doom Rig, right? You've got
Yeah.
your 3 breakers and your tungsten to bring all the icebreaker strength down by 1.
Hmm. Yeah, and there's a lot of 4 strength code gate in this matchup, so a really key
Absolutely.
card in this game.
Yep. Scatterfield now is a single credit to break.
I think we saw two flow the markets hit the bin or get played. So
Yes.
I don't know, like, do you think there's a third one, or are we not worried about that if we're talk anymore?
It's It's a lot of influence, so I believe it's 3 influence.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so far, the influence we've seen is the flood the markets and the public access plazas. So it's possible. It would be kind of a huge investment in the deck to put all
Mm-hmm.
3. But considering that this is poetry and not an identity like precision design, where you get a card back on scoring, you may opt to go full 3 just to make sure that you have all the opportunities to actually do it.
Oh yeah. Okay, we're gonna go and trash the auto before it pops off.
Yeah, that's necessary, right? I think if that stays, Jinxey gets 5 clicks, can score a 3/2 from hand, or a possible Melius on the table. Right, thinking where we're going. All right, running R&D. The R&D runs are singles, so maybe that was the kind of the hesitation. I think both players know that where the agendas are, and in
Mm-hmm.
fact, that's where it is. We see an
That's
Inga
the
10.
game.
Yep. So, Tac takes it there. I think all agendas were stolen from R&D, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they're all from Central. Yeah,
Yeah,
they're all from
or at
Central,
least
I
all from
believe. Yeah.
Centrals. Okay, so if we'll see any of those cards.
Well played by both players, but
Yeah,
yeah.
it was a very close game, and I think a slight error by Jinxey kind of cost him the game. Tack recognized that there's a flood in the hand, putting down the Gourmand to trash it, but it's fine. These things happen. You can recover, and I think Jinxey actually recovered fairly well. Um, for the folks out there, just don't sweat it. You'll make mistakes and
Mhm.
just move on.
The naked luminal though, that was sick.
That
He was able
was
to pull that off.
that was great. Yes. Oh, it was 2
Yeah, just a
regulars.
bunch
Okay, never
of
mind. Okay,
yeah,
so
just a bunch of random stuff in the
there wasn't a
remote.
Melius on the
Yeah.
table. Okay, so wasn't that bad.
All right, so that was round one, and oh,
All right, I'll see you in the next round.